David Ruffin was the iconic lead singer of The Temptations, known for his powerful voice and timeless hits. Recently, heartbreaking news has emerged, profoundly affecting the Ruffin family. This article delves into the details of this tragic event, examining its emotional impact on his loved ones and how it influences Ruffin's enduring legacy. By exploring personal reactions and public tributes, we aim to understand the depth of this loss and honor the memory of a legendary musician whose influence still resonates in today's music world. David Ruffin's legacy. The little Mississippi village of Wynot started David Ruffin's journey to become one of the most recognizable voices in music history. Ruffin was born on January 18, 1941, and grew up surrounded by gospel music because of his family's strong religious affiliation. From an early age, his love of singing was apparent, and this love would ultimately bring him to Detroit, the epicenter of the Motown sound. When Ruffin joined The Temptations in 1964 to take Elbridge Al Bryant's place, it was his big break. His unique, gruff voice soon became the group's signature sound. Ruffin had several successes with The Temptations, which became timeless classics. Songs such as My Girl, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, and I Wish It Would Rain demonstrated Ruffin's remarkable emotional depth and vocal range. The Temptations achieved great success and cemented their position in music history with the release of My Girl, in particular, which turned into an anthem. Ruffin's impact on music went beyond only his distinctive voice. His stage presence and passionate delivery captivated fans, adding a certain intensity to his performances. The Motown family adored him because of his talent for using songs to express intense emotion, distinguishing him from his peers. Ruffin's impact extended beyond his time. Innumerable musicians have been influenced by his sound and manner. Ruffin had a problematic personal life despite his success in his career. His battles with substance misuse and addiction gained widespread attention, frequently casting a shadow on his artistic accomplishments. Ruffin was impacted by the demands of the music industry and celebrity, which resulted in unstable conduct and damaged relationships within The Temptations. His struggles with drugs ultimately caused him to leave the group in 1968. Ruffin has had both successes and setbacks during his solo career. His persistent brilliance and resiliency were evident in several of his singles, including Walk Away from Love and My Whole World Ended, The Moment You Left Me. However, he was still plagued by internal problems that made it difficult to maintain his career. Despite these obstacles, Ruffin never lost his love of music, and he performed and recorded music all of his life. Ruffin left behind a legacy that is particularly heartbreaking due to his ability to connect on an emotional level with people truly. Through his music, audiences could experience the highs and lows of life as he sang with real emotion and soul. Thanks to this relationship, Ruffin's music is still loved and relevant decades after his death. David Ruffin's life was a mosaic of outstanding achievements, brilliance, and profound personal hardships. His legacy indicates his continuing influence on popular music and culture. Despite the highs and lows of his journey, there is no denying his contributions to the music industry. Ruffin's voice reverberates through the ages as a constant reminder of the ability of music to move our emotions. When we consider his legacy, we remember not only the artist, but also the guy who dedicated his life to his work and left a lasting impression on the globe. The Ruffin Family. David Ruffin's family shaped his life and career. David's parents were Baptist pastors Eli and Ophelia Ruffin, brother of Rita Mae, Quincy, and Jimmy. Jimmy Ruffin, like David, was a talented singer who was noted for What Becomes of the Broken-Hearted. The Ruffin brothers were close and helped each other with music. David has several children, including David Ruffin Jr., who became a musician. Nedra Ruffin, his daughter, was known for preserving her father's legacy. David's family encouraged and supported him despite his stressful job and personal issues. The Ruffin family was close because they loved music and religion. Gospel music in a religious home shaped the children's careers. David gained the discipline and drive that Pastor Eli Ruffin instilled in his children and carried throughout his life. Jimmy and David shared a strong friendship. Both worked and supported each other in their personal and professional lives. Their onstage duets and support of each other over music business challenges showed their camaraderie. The company was competitive, but they respected and supported each other. His children recall David as a caring and devoted father despite his career constraints and problems. He attempted to be involved and shared his passion for music. David Ruffin Jr. credits his father's mentoring and music for inspiring him to enter the industry. Support for each other gave the family strength, especially in hard times. After David Ruffin's unexpected death in 1991, his family preserved and honored his memory. They realized the importance of preserving his music for future generations. This dedication has evolved throughout time. David Ruffin Jr. helped promote his father's legacy. He sang his father's songs and worked on initiatives honoring David Ruffin's music business efforts. Sharing personal stories helps his father and followers bond. Nedra Ruffin preserved her father's legacy until her death in 2021. She participated in projects honoring David Ruffin's life and work. She ensured her father's legacy was important. Additionally, the Ruffin family has supported memorials and memory events. They have appeared in David Ruffin's music documentaries, interviews, and public performances. These endeavors have kept him influential and in the public eye. Beyond public and project commitments, the Ruffin family honors David Ruffin. They also battled to preserve his discography and make it available to fans. This includes overseeing compilations and posthumous CDs showcasing his talents. In conclusion, the Ruffin family's closeness and love of music have preserved David Ruffin's legacy. Their tireless efforts ensure that his contributions to the music industry will consistently be recognized, allowing his soulful performances and strong voice to reach new audiences. His family lovingly remembers David Ruffin's music legacy. Recent heartbreaking news. The Ruffin family recently received the heartbreaking news that has impacted their lives in the larger music world. Nedra Ruffin, David Ruffin's daughter, passed away suddenly, and her family and others who knew her are deeply saddened by her loss. Nedra, a strong supporter of her father's legacy, passed away following COVID-19-related problems. Her passing is not only a personal sorrow for the Ruffin family, but also represents a significant setback for the initiatives taken to protect and advance David Ruffin's legacy. Nedra Ruffin was well known for her outgoing demeanor and commitment to upholding her father's legacy. She actively participated in several initiatives honoring David Ruffin's musical accomplishments. Nedra's efforts, which included planning memorial services and taking part in interviews and documentaries, ensured that her father's legacy would go on. As a result, her untimely passing has struck her family as a personal loss, as well as a setback to the ongoing attempts to preserve David Ruffin's memory. Nedra passed away under abrupt and unanticipated circumstances. She had been fighting COVID-19, a battle that the epidemic had caused many families to endure. She was given medical attention, but her health worsened and she passed away too soon. This unfortunate development has brought attention to the virus's indiscriminate and unrelenting nature, which has taken countless lives all across the world. The Ruffin family's grief is exacerbated by recollections of David Ruffin's personal hardships and premature passing, which serve as a bitter reminder of their past heartbreaks. Family, relatives, and close friends expressed grief quickly. David Ruffin Jr., her brother, spoke poignantly about his despair on social media. He talked about how Nedra had a contagious smile, loved her family dearly, and was steadfast in her devotion to their father's legacy. His remarks depicted a woman who was a devoted daughter, sister, and friend, in addition to being such. The enormous support from fans and the music industry has given the bereaved family some much-needed comfort. In addition, close friends and family have expressed their condolences and recollections, recalling Nedra's generosity, good humor, and zest for life. Numerous accounts have been shared about her love of music and her pride in her father's accomplishments. These testimonials demonstrate the close relationships she maintained with people in her vicinity and her beneficial influence on their lives. The collective sorrow has drawn together a community, and although they are grieving together, they are also celebrating the lives and legacies of Nedra and David Ruffin. The broader music industry has also been affected by the news of Nedra Ruffin's passing. In their condolences, musicians, producers, and music historians have acknowledged her contributions to upholding the legacy of one of Motown's finest voices. In a statement, David Ruffin's band, The Temptations, paid tribute to Nedra's legacy and her attempts to preserve the essence of their music. These acknowledgments demonstrate David and Nedra's influence on the music industry and beyond. The Ruffin family must now overcome the difficult task of carrying on David Ruffin's legacy without Nedra's guiding presence in the wake of this devastating loss. Her departure serves as a reminder of how fleeting life is and how important it is to love the people in our lives. It also emphasizes how popular David Ruffin's music is and how it can unite people even under challenging circumstances. The family is kept afloat at this trying time by the love and support of friends and admirers worldwide. Like her father, Nedra Ruffin's legacy will endure via her music, tales, and the innumerable lives she impacted. The Ruffin family's fortitude and dedication to upholding their legacy are unwavering in this time of grief, guaranteeing that the voices of David and Nedra Ruffin will live on in the annals of music history. Impact on the family. The Ruffin family is currently dealing with significant emotional and psychological fallout from Nedra Ruffin's recent demise. The death of a mother, sister, and loving daughter has left them grieving with an unbearable weight. David Ruffin Jr. is grieving for two reasons. He has lost a sister and a fellow defender of their father's legacy. The strong link that the family has developed through their shared struggles and victories serves as a comfort as well as a constant reminder of the void that Nedra's loss has left behind. The family has suffered greatly on an emotional level. In his open and honest remarks, David Ruffin Jr. has talked about the pain of losing Nedra and how she was the family's glue. Her contagious laugh, limitless vitality, and resolute assistance served as strongholds for the Ruffin household. There is a hole that seems impossible to fill after her departure. David Jr.'s grieving process has been day by day, replete with memories that are both solace and sadness. The children of Nedra are likewise profoundly impacted, finding it difficult to accept their mother's unexpected passing. She was their beacon of light, providing constant love, knowledge, and encouragement. Their mother instilled ideals and a legacy in them, and while they work through their grief, the psychological impact is severe. In addition to Nedra's immediate family, Nedra's extended family is also grieving profoundly and is pulling together to assist her. Following Nedra's death, the public has shown the family overwhelming sympathy. David Ruffin Jr. has shared sincere messages of thanks on social media, expressing his gratitude for the love and support shown to his family. These candid statements demonstrate the family's strength and suffering. David Jr. has shared anecdotes and recollections of Nedra to honor her life and give others joy. His words moved friends and fans, uniting us in sadness. Numerous heartfelt tributes have been paid to Nedra in public. Friends and family have used social media to share their best memories and offer condolences. These remembrances depict a woman who was incredibly cherished and esteemed for her own special spirit and her commitment to upholding her father's heritage. The collective sorrow has drawn a community together, and although they are grieving together, they are also celebrating the lives and legacies of Nedra and David Ruffin. For the Ruffin family, the community's and fans' support has been a vital foundation during this trying time. Supporters from all across the world have expressed their sympathy and provided words of support. Numerous people have shared how David Ruffin's music changed their lives and helped them form an enduring family relationship beyond time and space. The family has found solace in this support, knowing they are not experiencing their tragedy alone. The music business has additionally expressed support for the Ruffin family. Other musicians, producers, and business experts have sent out supporting notes acknowledging Nedra's accomplishments and the enduring influence of David Ruffin's music. In a statement, David Ruffin's band, The Temptations, paid tribute to Nedra's legacy and her attempts to preserve the essence of their music. These acknowledgments demonstrate David and Nedra's influence on the music industry and beyond. The community has come together to support the family practically and emotionally. Benefit concerts and fundraisers have been planned to provide financial support to the family at this difficult time. Thanks to this material support, which has been a lifeline, the family has been able to concentrate on grieving and healing without the additional stress of financial pressure. Nedra Ruffin's death had a profound and lasting effect on her family. The love and support of the community and fans have helped them navigate their grief and have been a lighthouse in the dark. The Ruffin family's unwavering perseverance and commitment to upholding David Ruffin's legacy guarantee that the voices of David and Nedra will live on in the annals of music history. Like her father, Nedra Ruffin's legacy will live on via music, stories, and the many people she touched, public reaction, and media coverage. The public and media were shocked to learn of Nedra Ruffin's passing, and fans, friends, and the music industry all expressed their sorrow and compassion. Her passing struck a deep chord with fans of the Temptations, and it was a personal tragedy for her family as the daughter of David Ruffin. The extensive effect of this tragic news was reflected in the tributes, recollections, and condolences shared on social media and through media coverage. Major news sites quickly and extensively covered Nedra's death and her contributions to upholding her father's legacy in their early story coverage. Prominent newspapers and internet sites carried obituaries and articles that summarized her life and accomplishments thoroughly. These articles frequently included background information on David Ruffin's career, highlighting the family's significant contribution to Motown music history. These compositions' thoughtful and polite tone emphasized the great regard that fans and the music business held for Nedra and David Ruffin. After the quick outpouring of sadness, the Ruffin family received hundreds of social media condolences from fans and celebrities. On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, people shared their stories of how David Ruffin's music had touched them and how Nedra had kept his memory. As #Nedra Ruffin and #Ruffin Family trended, people joined to show their grief and support. Celebrities and musicians influenced by David Ruffin, who knew the Ruffin family, also paid their condolences on social media. Former and current members of the Temptations expressed their deep sentiments and fond memories of Nedra, praising her commitment to carrying on her father's heritage and vibrant personality. These tributes from well-known people raised public awareness of the loss and gave the outpouring of solidarity a deeper meaning. The media handled Nedra's death with a fair amount of sympathy and deference, emphasizing both her charms and her responsibility as a guardian of her father's legacy. The significance of her achievements and the profound effect of her passing on her family and the larger music community were brought to light by this favorable coverage. Sensationalism occurred occasionally, with specific media sources emphasizing her terrible passing rather than her life and accomplishments. The family experienced some grief as a result of this sometimes sensationalist attitude because they had to deal with the media's scrutiny and the public's curiosity during a very private period of grieving. Notwithstanding these difficulties, the media coverage's overall goal was to highlight the Ruffin family's noteworthy legacy and mobilize support for them during their difficult moment. The polite tributes and outpouring of condolences created a sense of collective grief, which reached beyond the family to encompass the numerous admirers who were impacted by David Ruffin's music and Nedra's efforts to preserve it. The public and media response has been a double-edged sword for the Ruffin family. On the one hand, Nedra's significant work has been comforted and validated by the tremendous support and sincere tributes. However, the emotional toll of their loss has increased because of the heavy media scrutiny. It has been challenging to balance the needs of the general public and personal mourning. Nevertheless, the family has been able to get through this trying time because of their tenacity and the sincere displays of love from the community. In conclusion, the public and media have expressed a great deal of respect and tremendous sadness in response to Nedra Ruffin's passing. Social media has been instrumental in bringing supporters together and giving tributes a forum. By contrast, her efforts, as well as the Ruffin family's lasting impact, have been emphasized in media coverage. Notwithstanding the difficulties brought on by public scrutiny, the resounding support has highlighted the enduring influence of Nedra and David Ruffin's contributions to music and culture, guaranteeing that their legacy will go on and be honored. Nedra Ruffin's passing is a huge loss for her family and fans. As they cope with their grief, David Ruffin's legacy continues to shine brightly thanks to their ongoing efforts. For more on this heartfelt story, click on the video popping up on your screen. See you next time.